I stream daily, almost daily on twitch.tv/canister_mtg, so be sure to visit that if you would like to catch some of my live content. Well, Baral is present in my hand, but it's not very good. Main deck Baral, yeah. Why not? The bald guy's catchphrase is what? You don't believe I'm the princess bride? Inconceivable, which he says multiple times throughout the movie. Is it a recent movie or is it an old movie? I never heard of it. Greasefang? 80s? What a weird thing. That's Secret Lair. I discard Parhelion. Actually, not even Lamao. Probably gonna take under Vizier. Free digging once I have Lotus Field us. Can my card execute Lotus Field combo? Unlikely. Why'd I go for Impulse over Scrying turn 2? It's big. I know of discontinuity. Buka! Muszę zahaczyłaś pazurkiem, muszę cię wyjąć. It's been a little bit awkward here with discontinuity, but if I impulse and I find either Lotus Field... Oj, bucia. If I find either Lotus Field or Scrying... Excuse me. If I find either land of my impulse, I get to search for the other one with Scrying. That's why. It played out worse than that, though. Alright. Guess Vizier then. Next turn, have Ultimatum mana. Wait, this deck plays the discontinuity tech now. Became pretty popular to play a few, yeah. It's not very good though, in my experience. It's really hard to line it up well. But the duality of being a viable, you know, kind of a payoff card, kind of an interaction card, and kind of a ramp card is nice. They got a Boseiju, milled a Parhelion, but at this point... Well, actually... Boros mana? Escape mat? That's fine, I block the mat. Take 16, go to 1. Wait, that's smarter actually. Okay, that's a really... Yeah, that's a good play. Okay. Solid. Is this Zakama or Sunfall matchup? Is this a Zakama or Sunfall matchup? The worrisome thing about those is Liliana. There's also Fotsis. They get more mid-rangey post boards. I mean, I'm playing Lotus Field, I'm not playing like Gruld. They're not gonna get more mid-rangey. What matchups are Niv-Mizzet and Zakama for? Grindy matchups. I mean, it's kind of a stupid question. Those cards are not for matchups. It's for like against creature decks like Card Ultimatum. I just have Zakama, Niv-Mizzet in my deck as Wincons, Chandra, and I have sweepers and win with sweepers. And Dromoka blocks Parhelion quite well, right? Because she soaks the Parhelion itself, and then it's just -3 life. Don't care for Grazer on the play. Would rather have Satyr, I think, more ramp. This is a good hand if I dry land. Can't even miss for a turn or two. I can no longer miss. Okay. That guy Champ was present in the prelim as one of the 12 warriors. I was really hoping to play against you in the prelim. Why? Is my opponent taunting me? Or did they just really want to play against me because they like my content? Who knows? I see why. Narset, huh? What's the benefit to playing the Vizier? Not much, actually. I should cycle it. Because they have the Typhoon revealed, so I can't attack the Narset down anymore. Which opponent would play with their hand revealed at this point, because I would just concede. But it is not an option on Magic Online, the gathering with digital objects, so... Alright, so whatever, I'm not gonna win.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Hi.
We have Narset, so let's keep Beholder Beyond. Maybe even Perilous Voyage. Seems worthwhile. Discontinuity kinda trash. Hello, Florent. Satyrs can attack Narset, but it's just 1 point. Maybe get rid of Satyrs entirely. But I'll Seems fine. Three may Pore against Narset. Maybe just one Perilous Voyage. Maybe no Perilous Voyage.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Time flies.
5 years. Crazy. Crazy, bro. So many years. Hand is medium, but fine. We can dispute a Narset, and that's what counts. And we have the mana build up. Eventually I'll draw a Niv-Mizzet and my opponent will just not be able to beat that.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Smodeus, Florin, Win, and Amnesiac, thank you for the subs. I appreciate those subscriptions quite a bit. Even more Tron. Dispute plus spells can be countered, fun. Copy. Field. Thank you for your advice. I'm not gonna tap out to play around Field of Ruin that is not in play when I'm playing as a Narset deck with a Dispute in my hand, though. That would be unwise. This one I will though, but in the round keep. Hi Canister, MTG, thanks for the informative content. I have learned a lot from you over the last 2 weeks and found a lot of mistakes in my game. All the best. Well, I'm glad I could have been of service. My opponent just scoops. Fine. Let's cut down their Pore and add a Satyr. And an extra Satyr on the draw. They had March of Marchly March, so I guess that's not even good. Did I get my content yet? No. Well, I want specifically to have the, you know, activate Lair of the Hydra, then copy it to be a Lotus Field and attack with a Lotus Field copied. One with Hexproof. So I didn't get to do that yet, but I think I put back Lier. Could keep Lier in hand, but doesn't seem so good. I mean, hopefully it's gonna happen through this league. Should I dig end of turn? Guess I don't care about Narset much. My hand. Don't want to ever have a card locked by Narset? Okay, fine. Nice, they miss land drops. Land drop. No, not missed. Blue. Pay. Straight up F6 checking. What a scumbag. It's fine to F6 check, chat. But we have good odds to find an ultimatum and win. I mean, I F6 check too. Maybe I'm also a scumbag. Reveals Dovin's veto. That's why we disputed the Narset. Now I don't need to even dig for time. I guess I'll cast a dig and pretend. No one will play Planeswalker in F6 anyway. No, they just moved from my main phase 1, from their main phase 1 to the main phase 2 to see if I F6'd. That's like what they did. Alright, see, we found ultimatum. We didn't even get lucky. I think I cut the Grazer, so I can't actually... No, I haven't made a land drop. It's good. It's good. Did you know that Mystical Dispute is a great card against Narset, Parter of Veils? How'd the prelim go? I went 2-2. Explanation for that, namely, people don't know. But with Dispute, it's an actual paradox. Some play check on Chandra in the sideboard. Why is that? I'm not exactly sure, honestly. I think part of the reasoning is that you... The reasoning for Chandra is that if you're playing against a deck that can exile your Chandra, you can have two, and it's harder to have them get rid of it. So if you get Thoughtseize and your Chandra gets exiled by a Graveyard Trespasser, you no longer can still win, but you can do the same thing with a Niv-Mizzet, and I have a Niv-Mizzet, and that also works against Slaughter Games type effects. But also Chandra is just a decent card to draw when you cut ultimatums, when you are making your deck more of a control deck against the matchups where you want to get rid of your ultimatums for sweepers. There's also a simple explanation that Mystical Dispute is the most powerful blue card in Pioneer. You could say that, but you know, the funny thing is that Mystical Dispute is powerful against blue cards. But it's the most popular blue card. It's not that it doesn't make sense, but it is kind of funny. Especially if you think about it like the wrong way. I'm on the play, can skip Grazers. I want Niv-Mizzet Parun. Not quite, but I guess. With discontinuity is better than Grazer. But yeah, green is kinda dead. Just very curious because it was so broken, right? But I guess. Kappa. 25% of people play Damping Sphere, by the way. That is crazy. I didn't actually look at that. That's a lot of Damping Sphere. I've not experienced that many damping. I've not experienced my spheres to be this dampened. Jabberwocky put 4 spheres in his latest sack list. That's this weird. Because it's kinda just wrong to play 4 damping spheres and simply sacrifice, I feel like. On a rational basis, but then I guess if you like are Jabberwocky adjusted for feeling just fine against everything, you don't need a sideboard against anything. I don't know. Maybe he likes to card against Phoenix and that makes plenty of sense. That makes much sense then. Bro, my hand has no cards anyways. Why do you have to discard it? I'm multi 4, but so did my opponent, so it's good. I think the best card against Rakdos is this, by the way. The strongest card. Oh no, that's so lucky. Good thing they didn't play it turn 2 though. Alright, I can cast Pore over attack pages next turn at least. Explain Cypher, don't bother. It's not worth it, just ignore the line. Shoulder. Nice Pore. So take 10 from this Shoulder. And I'm DOB on board. I take 14 from this Shoulder actually. Bros, this matchup is unwinnable. You could think after this game. What a hand. Omniscience, Lier, Dark Petition. Alright, you got the Phoenix matchup. I guess this is a hand that actually can lose against Phoenix, so let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Now it should be much better with this draw step. Fetch stage, field, copy stage, and then have 6 mana to petition for strings with spell mastery from this and this. Pierce away. Is it charm? Okay. So charming opponent. Extremely charming. Demilich. Demilich Phoenix seems to lose land drops, miss land drops every other game. I play against it, I swear. Think in the eyes. Opteroni. True in your experience too. I don't think I miss so many land drops with the other versions, so. Seven mana. Petition for strings. 2 mana, 5 mana. Any beaning later? No beans today, no. 9 mana. Lier. Strings. Strings. Pore. Should master hardened scales canister. Why do you think that? Feels like my opponent is the one, like, the type to wait for a kill, so. Nice to watch. I hate playing scales, it feels like too many 2-drops. I don't have a Thespian page in play. I can't kill them with the Lair. Oh, schmucks. Not right now then. Put them to the rest already, but I have a thing I need to do. No, they scooped. Do you think Niv-Mizzet Parun is effective against their deck? I don't know, probably not. I dislike discontinuity against their deck actually, so maybe wanted to cut it. Canister underscore, how will you be metagaming for your Super League matchup against Mr. Reed Duke? I will look up his history of Super League deck choices, and then I'll want metagame and I'll just play literally anything like always. Do you sometimes just feel like not sideboarding? Yeah. Likes 5-color beans. Then I'll be ready with Valakut, Titan Shift. Grinding Bridge seems good versus 4-color. Sort of. Not really. Free tickets, some random Polish streamer provided? What's the ticket? What do you mean a ticket? What did you do with your brainstorm? Do you have it? Or is it gone? Oh yeah, you got the free ticket, that's true. And then you got the brainstorm, damn. And you wouldn't go otherwise? That's so funny. Any reason in particular to copy stage on opponent's upkeep? It's better than doing it on the end step, like, but it doesn't really make a real difference against Phoenix. Oh, you would have? That's not funny then. It's better to do it on the upkeep than this to do it on my end step if they have mana out, because they gain more information technically, but I'm gonna copy anyways. Like, you copy in the upkeep if your opponent might play Field of Ruin in their turn for the same reason, but Phoenix doesn't really, or like they might draw a Boseiju, but Phoenix is not gonna draw anything like that, so. 4 mana, free. I don't know what for. So I'm not sure, do we like choose a deck for the entirety of the top 8 in the Super League? I need to clarify that. You're still fielding? Yes, yes. Good GL gamer. Yeah, good GL. Use Cancer's ability? No. Whoa, I was able to cast this Morka even though the game has ended. I could say that, but it could also turn out that I actually watched it and it was of no use for them anyways in this matchup, because some things are just too hard. Although I'm extremely proud of the fact that at the RC I was able to defeat one Lotus Field deck. With Phoenix, and it was glorious. Green Devotion bracket. Oh, it's probably Mana Screwed Gruul. Do I consider Lotus or Red Green for next Pioneer events? Really? Those are the choices you'd give me? You'll never catch me playing Gruul, but I will likely play Lotus Field, so. Gruul plays Giganta usually. I actually am pretty sure we are indeed playing against Mono Green. I was just feigning ignorance. But nothing gets past Yuri. Ja tutaj 2000. The Stone Brian. Okay. Gruul doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying Gruul is bad, I'm just saying I will never play it. I read Bobby's guide. What's in Bobby's guide? Just don't like decks that are as cumbersome as Gruul. And even if objectively it is not a terrible deck, it's just not a deck I will pick up and play. I'll just play Lotus over it or play Phoenix or Act of Sacrifice, you know. I need a deck that's good for, you know, I need a proper Trickster deck. I'm not gonna play like something that doesn't do that. Name Hidden Strings. Okay. He posted a strategy for beating Lotus with mono green a while back, lol. What was that strategy? I get it was that, but you know, what's the secret? Tell me. Although, imagine needing a guy to beat Lotus Field with mono green. Kinda outing yourself as a caveman. Is naming strings correct? Seems fine, I'm probably gonna lose. Dumping Sphere wrecks you now. Twitch chat, thank you. We have an easy out to Dumping Sphere. It's to draw a green producing land and then cast Scrying for Boseiju. It was mostly Multicar and Lord, if I remember. Damn. I think my point was consulting the guide when they were grabbing the artifact from their sideboard. Took them a while. Oh shit. Under untapped mana is GG, yes. Or strings, but I guess I can go strings. But still probably GG. Bobby actually says to go Sphere Needle here, which would be better actually, I agree. They kind of threw. The Stone Rain seemed pretty bad. Can I link it, Mr. Streamer? Literally linked 2 messages above yours. Can we bother to scroll up? My record with Green vs. Lotus is 27-4 in matches over the last 7 months. Here is the exact script to follow for easy wins. It's honestly quite straightforward. Most green players mess up the sequence, specifically step 3B. If your opponent does not have a Lotus Field in play on the following turn, then wish for Stonebrain and extract their Lotus Fields. You have now won the game. Alright. If you ever watch anyone stream Lotus, they will always say, I'm deterministically dead, but my opponent might make a mistake, so I'll play it out since the majority of my green opponents mess up the correct current sequence. Yeah, classic canister phrase. Classic canister phrase. The green player usually does mess up, which lets the plus player win. Don't let this be you. Step 1, mulligan for Karn. Step 2, cast Karn. Use Karn to wish for Sphere, but don't play it. Step 3, if your opponent does not have a Lotus Field, wish for Stonebrain and extract the Lotus Fields. Otherwise, get Needle Sphere. You are forced to channel during their main phase. Why? Oh no, like you don't mean once they have 4. Crazy. Oh shit, they have another Stonebrain. Okay. It's the same one, I know. I was just once again feigning ignorance for a comedic effect, chat. I realize you pick up the same Stonebrain because it exiles itself. I wonder if the Stonebrain had any significance in the lore of Magic the Gathering. Emergent Ultimatum, sure I didn't need it anyways. It's honestly pretty. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense, but I mean, this hand is plenty good enough to get there. Unless they go Cavalier into Nyctus into kill me right now. Sorry, 2 Cavaliers into Nyctuses. Into Flashes Pag into combo. Oh no, they're gonna have the 5th Dumping Sphere. So sorry, 3rd Stonebrain. They actually did. Bro, soon I'm gonna have no cards. Can try to kill them with the Hydra. I don't have strings, so I probably won't have enough mana to kill them with the Hydra. They exile my strings and ultimatum. I'm removing that elf. I will find a way. Otawara. How does the Hydra attack? Bro, you haven't even watched the first short. Why don't you kill Chandra? Because I need footage. I can kill Chandra. Those messages will appear in YouTube footage. I'll cut it out. The Thespian stage has been in play from before that. So we make it a 2020. Then I copy Lotus Field once again. And the 2020 Lotus Field land creature Hydra. Lotus Field is green. Becomes a copy of target land except it has this ability. And we get to cycle Vizier. to untap it and copy with it, copy again. Can do it in response to Lair activation. Shit, now I need better yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's a better way. Alright, I'm gonna have to do it again then. Because that's like more GTO. But yeah, that's true. Then you're always safe from creature removal with just one Vizier. Are you sure it works, Barczek? You probably are. Callister, why can't Grazers against mono green? Don't you need to be fast? Yes. Yes, you do, but also it's not all that there is, chat. Fastness comes in different shapes and forms. My opponent did like get the brain first, which was just bad. Your opponent has now been either double or quadruple stone rained, depending on whether they had 1 or 2 Lotus Fields in play. The remaining out is to play 2 more lands and channel Otawara. However, note that in addition to reducing their total amount of available mana, you've also made the Lotus Field scroll or less. It will not be trivial for them to get enough lands to channel Otawara or have green mana to Scrying, so you just get Stone Rain's Brain for Otawara, right? Cat Hidden Strings to play around Stone Brain. No. No way. It's a stupid suggestion. Maybe Dig is better? I have Sylvan Scrying and 2 lands coming to my graveyard. Maybe a second Scrying is not bad to get Boseiju. Could get Boseiju to play around Dumping Sphere, but it doesn't even work because they can utilize the GTO line from Bobby to win. So I'll get Thespian stage and I beat them if they don't have Carnold. Which they will if they used the Bobby guide. Lol, they don't. Well, maybe they do. They don't know who's Bobby Fortunelli, like most people. Let's see, chat. Type 1 if you know who's Bobby Fortunelli. If you know the guy, type 1 in the chat. Get 1, 2 from Florent. Okay. That said, maybe my stream is not a random sample of most people, but rather a selected, a biased sample. Turn to Satyr, then free Vizier. Would you say you were deterministically dead there? Yes. Assuming my opponent follows literally anything. Ever. Bobby Fortnightly sounds like a YouTuber that I have never heard of, but has like a million of viewers. And gets in trouble for using racial slurs on video. Probably. I like Bobby Fortnightly. It's funny. It's funny. It's a funny name. It's not worth it otherwise. Okay. 1 damage. For sure, that's gonna matter. I'm in a good position if they go just land Carnal Sphere. They have 6 mana, they lock themselves out of Nyctas, I attack Karn. That's net 0 mana. Cast Vorinclex. Okay. At this point I get Stonebrain though, not the Sphere. How big is this? 6/6. A rich Trampulo. Okay, that's the Hydra. Maybe they'll activate Vorniclex. Bros, they're activating Vorniclex, I just want to attack first. They are doing it. Sometimes Lotus looks so pathetic. I mean, I can win next turn easily. I probably will. So, maybe it's you who looks pathetic, huh? They have 2 Cavaliers, just 1 Cavalier and all Grove Troll. Okay. Didn't even hit a... Probably will as a stretch unless I really miss something. The dig through time, right? Yeah, it seems like you missed something, my friend. This could be mono green all the time if they ban Karn. True. Wait, that's Bantok. Alright, you tricked me. I cut all the grazers once again. I can't perform the combo. I need to be playing with the Growth Spiral. Because I can't kill them with the Lair now. I can't put the Lair into play. I cut the grazers. I need to do that with 1 Spiral in my deck. Can you just keep 1 Grazer? I can, but it's not GTO. Stage that Lair. Actually true. We can stage that Lair. That's so funny. Thank you, chat, for catching that. You saved the day. But if I want to illustrate the point, it's fine. Why stage the Lair? I'll show you. It is layers in some way, yeah. I'm not exactly sure how that works either. It sounds a little bit unintuitive, but it is how it works. See? That's what we wanted to get to. We wanted for this Lotus Field to never become a creature. You don't even need the Vizier for that. Honestly, you can do it all with all of the sorcery speed tricks. But this way you can use just sorcery speed and taps to never make your Lair of the Hydra vulnerable to creature removal. You make this a YouTube short. Actually, yes, I will. That's the entire reason why I went through this. To have footage. Content creator brain. Yes, this entire league was just for that chat. Because in my previous short I said that you cannot beat removal with the Lair of the Hydra line, but you actually can. This is the same type of content where you copy the ring with Mycosynth. Well, I mean, this is actually useful because like this actually makes the Wincon much better than I thought. No, it is actually useful if your opponent has fatal pushes. You can beat fatal pushes, and I told people that I thought you should literally just lose to a fatal push with this line, so it's just kind of an emergency only tool, but it is not the case. It's really important for playing Lotus Field optimally. Bala was useless this league, so was discontinuity. Nothing mattered. 3-1. I went 2-2 in a preliminary and 3-2 in a league. That's all I did.